And hello, everybody. Take two. I had to adjust the camera. Well, this is take two. We're going to do this over because, to my understanding, thank God Jarius was in the first broadcast. He said, I couldn't see you, so we got to do this thing over. Y'all know how I do it. Got to get it right. Welcome to the Lady Boss Show. I'm the host and the creator, Veronica Chanel. The Lady Boss Show is all about talking to influential guests who are using their God-given gift to help transform the world, their society, as at the same time they're creating a legacy for themselves. Now, we also like to have discussions in three main topics, dealing with lifestyle, entertainment, and business. Right now, we're in the middle of our summer music flow. And we're embracing the entertainment industry, and we're featuring artists signed to record labels as well as independent artists who are using the gift that God has put inside of them. So tonight I am talking to a recording artist called her name is ZorDonofDoom. She is appearing courtesy of InRage Entertainment out of Los Angeles, California. I'm gonna say this again because I believe this is what I see when I look at her. She has an obsession for candy. She rocks amazing wigs, colorful wigs, that is, and her songs are so catchy. So let me bring my guest back in again so we can continue our discussion.
Hello.
And thank you for being understanding. Now I can see myself a little bit better. I see it now. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, so for the purpose of for the video, I'm gonna ask her those questions again. Some may have seen it, some may have not. I want you to tell us briefly a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm Zordon of Doom. I'm a singer-songwriter with InRage Entertainment.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, no, I'm obsessed with candy, anime, video games, anything nerd culture, to be honest. And that's sort of my little bubble of little things that I like.
Now, I do know you told us as far as your culture that you are Philippine, and
Yes.
within your culture, everyone is gifted as far as with music is real big.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also, you said everyone in your family
Yes.
is also is gifted in singing music as well. What I would like to know, I want to add to it, when did you step out and decide that I want to pursue a career in music?
Hmm. That's a very difficult question because when I
Mm-hmm.
was younger, when I was a kid, I wanted to sing. That was all I wanted. But I had a very strict father, and then it became
Mm-hmm.
less and less about me wanting to sing. I hated singing for a period of my life because of it, and it wasn't until college, I think, that I really started. I was like, I got into a band, and I started singing for me instead
Mm-hmm.
of for my parents. And I think that's when I was like, I wanna do this for real. I wanna make the change that someone else did in me
Mm-hmm.
and do
Mm-hmm.
that for other people.
So now, on her Instagram page, I know I put up the link for her Instagram. This is her
Thank
link
you.
for YouTube as well. There's a lot of videos up there. I saw there's this transformation process. I believe it's a video that when you were with that band that you're
Hmm.
referencing to. Were you the lead singer?
Yeah, I was the lead singer. We did covers at that time.
Oh, so there was no original songs that you guys
No,
created, nothing like that.
nothing like that. Not at that time because I was still in within like this shell. I didn't want to really step out of it. I didn't
Hmm.
want like my dad involved. So I was doing my own sort of thing and just sort of like trying to be in this little bubble.
Okay. Now
Hmm.
tell us, because I know we had a little technical issue with my camera. If you will tell us again, where did your name come from?
Uh,
Your entertainment name.
for sure. Well, Zordon of Doom was my screen name for the longest time. Since Yahoo, since AOL, AIM. I don't know if anyone's that old.
AOL.
Yes, yeah, that long ago. But Zordon comes from my best friend when I was in kindergarten, and I've
Hmm.
known her for that long. She could never get my name right. I always bug her about it every time I see her. But the last straw, she goes, "Hey, Zordon," and I just started like crying. And I ran to the teacher, and she was crying. She's like, "I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to." And I was just like, "Teacher, she keeps calling me weird names." And then I went to my cousin. I told a few years later, I told my cousin the same story, and then she laughed at me. She laughed so hard, and so she started calling me Zordon, and I decided to accept it and be like, well, if you're gonna call me that, I'm gonna make it cool. So I'm gonna add of Doom at the end of it.
So when did you get to the point of you saying, I want my artistry. I want to present everyone as this woman that don't mind wearing colorful wigs. When did you want it to? When did that happen? That change take place?
That was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. That was a huge process because back then I grew up very conservative, so I never like dyed my hair. I never did anything like that, and it wasn't until like I started training before InRage. I was with another company, and they sort of guided me through. It became sort of like therapy to me, and to be able to accept myself while also writing music, and it became my outlet. So after that, I was able to, explore myself and be accepting of the things that I liked. So like anime and stuff, I was able to be more open about it and less like just for me and my close friends. I wanted to share it with everyone.
Yeah, because I noticed that you don't mind being different, which I'm gonna get to one of her songs that when you first released it, it was on repeat. I'm just gonna tell you I like that song, like the beat and everything. But first I want to talk about your record label, InRage Entertainment. How did you get connected with them? Because you was with another company, you said before.
Yeah, I was with another company before, but things went different. Everyone left sort of the company, and I was just stuck. And so I just started auditioning. Well, I put up a page like on Backstage, and I found this app that was for J-pop and K-pop. And since that was my realm, and I really loved J-pop and singing in Japanese and in Korean, I started auditioning for these little, whatever came up. And then I saw this thing for InRage because most of them were in Japan. I was like, oh, they're in LA. That's much closer.
Wow.
So I sent them an email, and then they got back to me, and then they said, hey, can you come out this way? Like the next day. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. I wanted to. So I hopped on a plane the next day, and the rest is history.
Yeah, so you just auditioned, and then they decided to pull you in up under their development program. For those, because ZorDonofDoom is appearing courtesy of InRage Entertainment. Shout out to those producers because I love what he does, and what Ebony do. Do you tell us a little bit of how their development program benefits you, that brought you to the point? Because I see a lot of boldness in you and a lot of independence in you.
Well, thank you. Well, the atmosphere, whenever I go there, I feel like I'm a different person. I'm able to be myself and less like confined. I seem to do things that I think that I can do in my head, but I'm not when I'm there. And it's really nice. It's that sort of atmosphere that they've given me, other than like the singing, breathing training, being able to like perform on a stage, and do all of those things. Just get me on the right track.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah, and that helps you to like discover who you are. More importantly. Now I know you say you come from like a strict household. What type of music did you listen to? What type of artists that you were into?
Oh, when I was growing up, I was a big fan of Celine Dion.
Oh yeah, the Titanic.
Yeah. I had the nickname Zareen Dion was my nickname growing up. So I would always sing her songs. I was a big fan of Phantom of the Opera. So a lot of classical, like.
Wow, that's something different.
It's way different, yeah. And then I jumped from that to Japanese music.
Now, honey,
J-pop.
I don't know what they saying, but it sound good to me because I have
Thank you.
listened to it. I have listened to some of those artists, but I don't quite understand what they're saying. But I like the beat, like the flow.
Right.
But now, so Celine Dion was that artist that helped to cultivate you a little bit, that kind of give you like your foundation, or was there any other artist, any other type of music, I should say?
Celine Dion probably from a young age, definitely. She was the first concert that I remember going to and being like, oh, "Wow, she's so amazing," and wanting to be that. And how quirky she is, like off stage. I was like, I want to do that too.
Really?
And it's completely opposite. And the other artist I would attribute to is Jason Mraz, like completely different spectrum.
Well, see, that's good though. That's diverse. You just put it all together, and you formulate, who you are today. So now
Right.
the you said you were a songwriter.
Yes.
I'm guessing that you wrote the song "Welcome to My World."
Yes, I did.
I love that song.
Oh,
I
thank
love the
you.
words. I'm like, when you first released, I said, "Say what now?" I had that on repeat. I like the beat. I shared it on the page, on the Lady Boss Show page, and my boutique
Oh,
page. So
thank you.
please go listen to it. I like the flow of it. It's like you like introducing us to like, hey, here I am. Get to
Right.
know me. What was your whole concept about that when you wrote that song?
Well, I had the prompt from Automatic of InRage. He told me to write a song about me, like about my world. And I was like, what better way to do that than say, welcome to my world? This is everything
Mm,
that's in my head and all the struggles that I had growing up and being able to accept it. Because nowadays, a lot of kids are surrounded by other people who play video games, who have more access to anime and access to these like geek culture. There's the Marvel
mm-hmm,
movies.
mm-hmm.
But when I was growing up, there was none of that. Like a girl playing video games, a girl doing all of these things was weird. I felt
Right.
like the weird
It
and
was,
odd
yeah.
kid. Yeah, so I wanted to write a song that made me feel at home and
Oh.
described my journey and hopefully pulled people out of, that dark space.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Now you said you write from your experiences.
Yes.
Do you? I mean, it's up to you. Do you want to open up and share what type of experience from the song, but listening to your words,
Hmm.
you're like, look, I'm into music, but I'm into writing poetry.
Right.
I love to read. Is there any other? You say you want to pull people out of the dark space. Anything that you want to share as for like your testimony, as far as that help pull you out to get you to the point that you at today?
Right. Well, I used to like really hate myself. Like I mentioned it. I
Mm,
think I hated my voice because my dad was very strict. If I
mm-hmm,
did something wrong, I was punished for it, and it got to the point
mm-hmm,
where if I sang wrong, I was punished for it. So I really didn't like that. So I
mm-hmm.
started doing things for me. So I would watch shows that would sort of bring me out of that dark space in reality and bring me to this place of, oh, there are these characters that I can relate to. They're in a different universe. They're 2D. Like,
Right.
how come I can relate to them? And that's sort of like, since I didn't really have anyone to talk to, I was quite the introvert when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I at least had that.
That's
And
good.
and it was funny because everyone told me it was like a phase.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, it's just, and my love of Japanese music was a phase. My dad hated it. He didn't like me singing Japanese songs. I
So
was
what?
restricted from it. Yeah, I was restricted from it. He still complains when he hears me, like to this day. But like I had to hide a lot of the things that I liked before. But yeah.
Oh, I see. I
Hmm.
see. So he wanted you to sing your culture music.
Yeah. Well, he wanted
Okay.
me to sing like Celine Dion.
But you know
Yeah.
what he called, I really believe he called himself training you. I really believe that
Yeah.
he saw something great in you. I mean,
Hmm.
because look at you now.
Right.
And you just released another video.
I
It's a lyric
did.
video. To tell us a little bit about that, because it's like it's no face.
Oh, No Face. I don't know if you've seen the movie. It's based on a character from Spirited Away, Studio Ghibli. It's
Mm-hmm.
film, anime film, and
Mm-hmm.
I got the idea of listening and watching this character called No Face. He wears this mask that like, and he doesn't really say anything. He just goes like he gives people what they want, and he just
Mm-hmm.
wants that attention from other people around him. And he specifically clings to the main character, Chihiro, but she's not interested in the things that he wanted to give her. So he wanted to give her gold because everyone else wanted it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "No, that's not what I want. I'm doing something else right now." And that blows his mind. He's like, "What do you mean? I'm giving you what everyone else wants. I don't want to give it to anyone else but you. Why are you rejecting me?" So the concept of No Face is this person who went through like this trauma growing up
Mm-hmm.
to sort of almost like chameleon himself into the world, where it doesn't really show his real feelings and
Mm-hmm.
always just adjusts to everyone else to make everyone else happy.
Oh, so that now I understand. So he doesn't have his own identity.
Yes.
I see. Now that is a very unhappy place.
Yes.
It really is. So now I understand a little bit better about that. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I listened to that song too. I was like, I like this, but I wanted to, ask that question. So
Right.
those who go to her Instagram page and they go to YouTube, your song's on IG. I'm not IG, Lord. Well, you have the link on IG. It's on iTunes. It's on Spotify. And
Yes.
so, and it was also, I think they uploaded the video is on YouTube as well. And
Yes.
so if you go check her out, you guys have already have an idea of what ZorDonofDoom is all about. I always like to ask the artists this question because you guys are creators. You have to be a creator if you're in music and you're writing your songs and you're doing the beats and everything.
Right.
What do you do to keep yourself motivated and inspired? Because everybody know the entertainment business can be tough.
Yeah. I have moments where I can't do anything. I've sort of learned to not force myself.
Mm,
Yeah. When it hits me, I just jump into it. I was like, okay, I have to get this done. That's I think my habit. When I start a song, I want to be able to finish it to the end. I don't like having to go back to it because your mindset is different when you go
right.
back to it. But to keep it sort of going, I just find in the world what inspires me. What's a story that I want to hear?
Mm-hmm.
And if I
Mm-hmm.
want to hear it, then other people would want to hear it too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I sort of come from. So like the beauty that I see in the world, the stories, the pain that I see other people go through, um, I want to try to find a way to flip that and make it the pain sort of become happiness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
I understand what you're saying. You want to try to help heal them.
Yes, exactly. I was just like, words. Where are the
I
words?
understand what you're saying. So you're using your gift and your music and your songs basically to, of course, to bring out who you are, but you also
Mhm.
want to help heal whoever's listening to your music to kind
Right.
of get them like, because I love what you said. You said, I want to pull them out of darkness. And in order for me to be successful in what you're doing and
Mhm.
to keep going, you have to want to see somebody else happy. And
Right.
you have to want to, see somebody else motivated and become successful. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to create the Lady Ball Show, because I love just doing these chats like this
Mhm.
and featuring people who are doing the exact same thing. Now, let me know. Not let me know, but tell the people.
Right. Hello, people.
Are there any upcoming songs or projects that we're going to be looking for, or new videos that you're working on?
Yes. Yes. Well, right now I'm in the process of finishing the Welcome to My World video, hopefully
Mm.
soon. And we just started recording for my next EP. I just finished a song called Hypocrisy, and that's a lot more hardcore rock type.
Oh my.
And a second song after that, which is actually really bluesy, and it's totally different. So I hope you look forward to it. I'm really excited to hear them.
Right, you said it's more hardcore.
Yes, a little more hardcore, a little bit more on the absolute confuzzlement side, but a little bit harder. Yeah.
Oh yes, you just reminded me that song.
Yes.
But it makes me just want to just bop my head and just like, like I'm in a rock concert. Were you in that mood when you wrote that song?
Yes, I was a little playful, a little crazy. The word convulsement, I used to use that a lot when I was in my preteens. My cousin created a website called, I think, Confuzzlement, and I was just like, oh, this is such a cool word. I want to use this. And then I just spun it from that. It's just that sense of like confusion. And social anxiety. There's a bit of a social anxiety in that song that I took from.
Oh, is that something that you have experienced?
Yes, definitely, all the time, even now. I
Really?
feel.
It is amazing because I believe you said, you was growing up, you kind of were to yourself a little bit. It is amazing to see you perform where you have performed at, I believe in California, it's called the Viper Room.
Yes.
And to see because those videos, I believe it's on YouTube as well. If anyone wants to, look at her performances, I cannot find anywhere where you was like closed up or, to yourself. It is amazing the journey that you're on right now, and to see how you're being developed, even in the midst of creating and performing. It's amazing to me. That's why I love talking, especially to artists, to see how what you're doing on your journey. Other than InRage Entertainment, was there anything else you did to help bring you out of being, to yourself, more open?
Well, it was definitely my friends. Friends who understood what I wanted to do and were just like, just do it, just go for it, and like pushed me to be able to accept that side of me. So like the band I had in college, and then the J rock cover band that I was in, sort of helped me express the things that I couldn't do before. And those were my own things, and that was very powerful for me.
Yes, and that was a good start too. That was the good stuff. But I can tell you all on you hold your own stage. You can hold your own stage.
I try. I practiced a lot in the mirror when I was younger, or in the bathroom.
You know what? That's what I do. But then when I get around folk, I go like, I gotta say that's something you guys are helping me to overcome some things too. To see how everyone has to overcome something. It's like when you're home and you're in the car, you can sing your head off.
Right.
But you get in front of people, you're like, okay. That's how I am. So that's why I like to ask you all, what did you do to overcome it? So for her, it was the band, and of course, InRage Entertainment. Is there any upcoming appointments, performances you want us to know, so we could be on the lookout for?
Not right now, but very soon.
Okay.
Not that I can announce.
Right. Yeah, because she's still working on her music video for Welcome to My World. And I love that song. I need to check that out. I do. I think it's cute. Thank you, ZorDonofDoom, for coming on the Lady Ball Show.
Of course, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I had to get you a car. I said, this girl is so colorful and cute. I gotta have her. And you know what? Next week, I'm gonna go ahead and announce it. We have, her very well too, China Jackson.
Yay, China!
She's coming. She's another one that's just so
adorable. I love her.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say I love you guys' spirit. Your spirit and her spirit. It's like it's amazing for me. That's why I wanted to share you all with everyone else. And so hopefully they'll follow you and listen to your music and get in and get connected with your brand, because I believe you're doing something good and I like it. I really
Oh,
do.
thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. So, everyone, this has been another episode of the Summer Music Flow with my guest, recording artist ZorDonofDoom. Did I say it correctly?
Yes, yes,
Oh, I thought
ZorDonofDoom.
I said it.
No, you got it.
See, my mind is on your friend will say your name incorrectly in the comment.
I just accepted it.
So I'm like, let me make sure I don't say her name incorrectly.
You're good. Thank you, though.
But featuring, this is my guest artist. I want you guys, that's her YouTube channel that's up on, and this is her Instagram channel. Make sure you follow her, check out her music, and then and see and be in her stories, and you'd be surprised how much of a character she really is. Till next time, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Thank
Smooches.
you.